strong whiff of deer then. Just got 2 deer out in the open here.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's a pretty colour.
Yeah, the other one that
Oh.
I wanted to shoot was
It's a
really
nice
pretty.
shot.
I'm running out of light, but I just spotted a fucking good Chital stag across the valley. Fuck. Hopefully I get to it before I run out of light, but it'll be an exciting finish to the day either way.
Alright, welcome back. We are at a sick property. Me and my mate Mika, he's just getting sorted. Yeah, it's this sick cabin. Property reaches out over this way. Chasing Chital and some pigs, hopefully. And we even just saw a few goats just crossing the road, so who knows, maybe they'll get a workout as well. But yeah, just getting the gear out. Obviously just pulled up, have a little play, sight these bows in and yeah, settle in. But what an epic spot. Been here once before and yeah, seen a really nice Chital stag. I got my first deer actually, yeah, it was 3 years ago now, just down in this valley. So pretty psyched to come back and try and get another one. Chital deer taste amazing, so yeah, and hopefully Mika can step up and crack his first deer. So
We'll see about that.
alrighty, we'll keep getting set up and yeah.
Like always, I was stoked to be out hunting, but there's a little bit more to this trip. My mate Mika had had a tough few years. Mika is one of those adventure enthusiasts. Surfing, mountain biking, whatever it is, he was good at it and put all of his effort into it. Mika, like myself, works remote and actually gets helicoptered out to an oil rig. Somehow while out there in the gym, he broke his L5 vertebrae. It crushed the disc between the L5 and S1 and also damaged his disc between the L4 and L5. This was causing crazy nerve damage to the point he couldn't feel his leg. After years of pain, he finally talked a doctor into surgery. He couldn't do anything and his life was at the point where he wanted to give up. So this trip was to get him away. He just had a crazy surgery called anterior lumbar interbody fusion and a total disc replacement, which is unheard of for his age. This was the only thing that was keeping Mika positive. That one day, 6 months later, he was hoping to come out in the bush and go for a bow hunt. So this was his first trip out. He was very fragile, he couldn't bend much, but was eager to get out and try and get his first deer.
Let's go find some deer.
Hopefully.
Mika reckons he's got all the gear and no idea, but he's got no idea. Wind's caning this way, so we're just leaving the house. Gonna go down into this little basin and hang near the water. It's like 2 o'clock and pretty goddamn hot, so that's the plan to start with. We just found this rod tree right there. You got barked here last time, you said too.
Yeah, just a little bit low.
I wonder if he was hanging near that. Obviously no one walks this way much because that's old and no one's found it. And we're 30 metres from a good rub, so we could even just sit here for a bit. Or go slow, get near that log and just have a little scan for a bit. Just heading down to a little creek. We've had that rub tree. Another rub tree up this way. There's that thin one there. They've been smashing that. Where's that other one? There's a big one, eh? That's some good sign anyway. We've got a pretty thick wind, it's swirling a little bit, but head down to this creek and perch up and see if we see anything feeding out. Wait. Saw a tail swooshing and we forgot that the landowner told us there was some cows have been put here as well. So we've got a couple of cows over the back here. And the first one I saw was like golden, and I saw a tail swoosh and thought it was a nice stag. But yeah, got another nice rub tree there. Breaks out into the open, down to like a little creek. So we're going to perch up somewhere we can see a bit and just sit down for a bit and let the bush do its thing.
The slow movement and bending and crawling under fences was already taking a toll on Mika's back. But all of a sudden, something happened that made him forget about everything.
Just got 2 deer out in the open here. The wind's fucking perfect. Let them pass. I've seen 2. There's one in front of that as well. One in front of that. Let's put our backs here. Fuck it. Drop your back here. Mika's gonna sneak here. I'm gonna stay with him for a while, and then I'll drop back. Fucking oath. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna get to this tree. These other 2 are coming here, but just stay low. Can you crawl off? I can kind of crawl. I'm still fucking crippled. Oh my god, look at all. Got 1 deer over the back here. It's like 3 up through here. On the left, that's pinned us, so you just gotta stay still. That's good cover. This one, yeah, because at least you got good cover. You just go slow. Just get to the tree. It's heading straight at us. Well, that's good. But if you get to that tree, you'll be able to draw. Just to the left of him. We had one in the bush there, he ran around and I think he marked him here, and then we had one over here spoke. They've just split around, but there was like 10 deer then. First few hours away from the house, so epic. I was like, I hope there's not any more in that shit that I'm gonna fucking scare. And then I scared the fucking ones in that shit. I'm so off it. Well, because I was sitting up there and I could bino a bit. And there was one here and he pinned you, but he hadn't barked. And then I saw you get fixated on them and then I was like, oh, that's what I was trying to whistle at you. As soon as he whistled, I was missed something. I was looking, I was like... And he was just... I'd just seen them when you started whistling. Yeah. But one had you and he ran. But he didn't alert the others. Did you see the one that ran straight up to me? No. Ran right at me. Really? Would have been like less than 20. And then it turned, like it was coming to check me out. Ran, but I had one of these little bushes in the way. I was like, fuck, should I try and draw here? Ran at me, saw me, and then like started running and I did that little meh, and it stopped. Oh yeah, right. I heard you do the meh, and that just like the one. How good's that part? First walk, stalk. Hell yeah. Well, fucking exciting. Fuck. That was sick. No, we did good. We spotted the whole lot before they saw us, which is a win in itself. But they didn't go far, so 2 cut there and then 2 were this way.
There
So-
was 3 that way. There's a third one.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of deer in that herd.
Yeah, there would have been.
Did you see any stags in that? No, I didn't either. Well, I've just unclipped my bow. It's got me excited. We got some bit of footage of Mika having a crack, but that was sick. I don't know, there must have been like 10 deer then. So they kind of spooked around that way. So Mika's
exciting.
it was sick. So yeah, we're gonna split up. Mika's gonna go. I might come that way with you a bit. Fuck it.
So hard to see something in there. Like if there is something.
Definitely got to be like 5-step binos out. Try and pick antlers or a tail. I'm going to go to the bottom corner of the property and work across one ridge and then head up. The winds took on this way. Mika's opted creek, so there's a little creek there that we just had him on, so we might even run into a nice little piggy. But yeah, oh, that was sick, frothing. All right, good luck.
That was exciting as fuck. Hopefully that happens again.
Hopefully that happens again. That was sick. All right, bro, good luck. After everything Mika had been through, I was stoked he got to have a stalk. That's the best thing I can ever wish for out of a hunting trip, is just to see an animal and get a crack at stalking in. And I know how much I love hunting by myself, so I sent him off on his own to try and get some more experiences and hopefully land a deer, and we'll catch up later and share stories of the day. And that's the best thing I love about hunting with mates. Catching up at the end of the day, sharing stories and seeing what happened. So you can see there's a fair bit of water in the creek here. So kind of rules out just them going to dams for a drink. But yeah, I'm going to keep pushing like the plan, go over this ridge, get in that next little V drain, and then head into the wind. There's some big pigs here. So I've just got my GoPro on already, because if I run into one, he's going to be moving pretty quick this time of day. Just come up the hill a little bit, just so I get a bit more wind on me. And then I've got a good view down. So I'm just going to work this ridge along, and then yeah, see if we can turn something up. Got a strong whiff of deer then. I'm on a pretty good game trail here too. Just going to put this away and get my binos out. Just make sure I don't miss anything. I've been walking around with the arrow knocked, and Mika must have just scared those pigs, because they just come sprinting at me. They wouldn't stop. Oh well, he's seeing a bit, the old kid. It's good. Alright, I'm going to keep working along, because maybe you'll push a deer onto me. It's pretty funny. It happened right on the time we're going to chat on the radios. Oh, there's ants everywhere here. Mika, you on your radio? He's probably just frothing out because he just saw those pigs, unless they just winded him. Next minute, I saw a huge stag. His head was perfectly behind a tree, so we couldn't see him, but he had stopped. I didn't know if he'd smelt me or what, but his vitals were showing. So I ranged him, and I've been shooting that distance all week. So I didn't hesitate, I just drew back, levelled my bubble, breathed out, and took the shot.
over his back. Oh man. Oh man, that was a cracker of a stag. I didn't know if he'd see me. And I had a shot through the trees. I've been shooting that distance all week. Oh, I had time. I just sent it over his back. Oh man. Sorry, I didn't even have time to try and film that. Oh. I just looked up and could see his spots of his body through the trees. I don't know if he saw me. Oh, I pushed like 10 little does back there. He was a beast of a stag. Anyway, go find this arrow anyway. Oh man. No damage. And no blood, which is good. Oh man, he was a cracker. He doesn't know what just happened, so I wouldn't be surprised if I run into him just here again. Didn't run back into that stag. But there's a line of trees going up here, out into the open. The wind's kind of on my back now, so I've got to go that way, but I'm just going to walk 100 metres with the wind and see, yeah, how far that line goes so I can look at it for tomorrow morning. I'm in kind of like the fringing country right here. And it's out to the open, so I feel like I might run into a big boar crossing the paddock in a minute. There's a few stags working this property at the moment. That one over there, I can see it's just shredded bark on the ground. It's going to go with the wind and then cut around over the back of this hill in case he's just sitting in this gully over here. A little immature stag up there. I'm out in the open hard. We just ran off then. The last little bits of light now. Yeah, I just looked up inside the stag just looking at me. Bump some deer then. Check out this. Been smashed. It's nearly dark and I'm a long way from home, so hopefully I run into a pig in the next little bit. Or even better, a nice stag. Kangaroos and emus. Double combo. Can't shoot over a crest like that. Oh, that's too dangerous. I couldn't take that shot safely. It's yeah, I can't see over that there. So yeah, that's just, yeah, you can't do that kind of thing. Oh, spewing. This was like chicken wire too, so I couldn't shoot through the fence. Alright, I'm going to work this scrub on the way back. Maybe there'll be more pigs working out of it. One lucky pig. They look like perfect eating size too. Ah, spewing.
How rad's this little dude? Just walking back and he's on the... Ah, there you go, bud. Hide up there. Oh, not down there. Straight out of the pack today. 16 Ks, and they feel like I've had them forever. And my new lower ranges, man, I had the other ones, the Renegade, and I thought they were good and comfy from where I go, but these things, man, they're comfy. Oh, what's going on?
Man, that's the most eventful bow hunting afternoon I've ever had.
Let me set up a camera, we can have story time. We're doing story time.
Yeah, so tell me what you
Sitting.
tell me what you saw. What did you see running at you?
Oh yeah, as I left you, I went right across the creek and then went up the top and I was walking along and then I just was like, oh, I feel like I should be prepared. So I knocked an arrow because I was like, just something's going to happen. And then I was like, here, there's, and there's 3 pigs are just sprinting at me. And you would have been to my diagonal, so they either winded you. I thought you must have bumped them.
No, I didn't even see them.
And they just came running at me, and I was like, trying to stop them. And yeah, it was just funny as it. And I was like, well, Mika just ran into some pigs, but obviously he didn't.
No, I didn't see them. Did you see the message? I tried to send it to you like 10 times.
No, and then I tried to do the radio thing, and then I couldn't get you.
I tried you on the radio too, but I couldn't get you.
Yeah, I think I was like a bit late. Mine doesn't really go much better. Besides, looked at my phone to see if you'd messaged, looked up, and there was just this body of this stag, and I could tell he was looking at me, but his head was behind a tree, exactly like the same time I was here last time, but I was pretty far, and I'd been shooting that far at home, and I ranged him, and he was like dot on my dial, so I dialed it, and just loaded it up, because I was like, I didn't know.
How far was he?
Probably a little. I shouldn't have probably taken the shot. He was, a good distance. But my last shot at home, I was shooting that distance.
Yeah.
So I was confident, and I'd pinned him, and he was on the dot, like on the 0, and I just like. And I just was like, nah, I got full channel of his body and just drew back, bubbled, everything, like breathed into it and just went doom, and just like he was above me and I don't know, it just went straight over his back. Like I missed him by like that much, and I was just like, oh, and I didn't even get time to like stop and get my binos because I looked and he was like, just like tall, and his antlers were like, they were like that, and they were still velvet, and he was big, like he was massive. That was my holy shit moment. Saw a little stag walking home, but
I had nothing like that.
So what happened with your trip when I left you?
I started walking a little bit, and then I was like, oh, this is a good spot. It was kind of high. It's near that dam, you know, that second dam.
Yeah.
But like over this side, looking up towards it. I had like real nice open area. I was like, I'll just sit here, drink some water. It was like just peeling an orange, just like started eating the orange, and I was like, what's that fucking moving up there? And I was like, straight on the binos, little Chital, like
Sick.
just up on that, like just to the south of that dam it would have been.
Yeah.
And then it's like, boom, another one. I was like, fuck. I just grabbed all my shit and like just fucking zipped down. I had to like run around the cows so I didn't spook them. Run around the cows, come into that gully. I got under the fence, got up to next to that dam, snuck around, and there's like over 10 of them there.
Yeah, right.
I filmed a little bit of it.
Hard to see, but there's another big group of deer. Just see them there. Tried to send Christian a message, but it didn't send. I reckon he's coming up on them from the other direction, so hopefully between the two of us we get him.
Yes.
And I was like, fuck, I was thinking you must be like right like there, like coming. And I was like, I'm just going to sit here. Because he, like, I even said in the movie, Christian's probably coming down on these from the other side.
It's funny because that's when I saw that stag. I knew the dam was there, and I saw that stag, and he ran over, and I was like, oh, I could go down there.
Because they all took, I'm just sitting there in these reeds next to the dam.
Yeah.
And I wasn't moving at all, filming them, and then they just took off.
Just got to be patient now. Ah, fuck.
Unless you got a
And
suck
then
of
they
a wind.
stopped. They all stopped. There's heaps of them. I filmed them all running, and
Yeah,
they
right.
stopped, but they didn't go very far. So I've gone back down under the dam, like almost run, like back around, come back up, seen them again, and then they all got spooked by a wallaby.
No.
And I was like, fuck! My last video is like, just be patient, don't fuck it up. And then they all just took off.
Oh.
And then I did the same thing again. I was like, oh, I'll go back down to the creek. Found like heaps of pig sign, heaps of fresh deer shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to go up on this bank and sit on that log and look out over this. I'm sitting there, same thing, drinking some water. I ate a muesli bar, and then I see this tiny white bit of movement. I was like, what the fuck's that? And I was like, oh, it's a goat. And there's a shitload of them.
No way.
So I'm like, I've like filmed myself. I'm like, wait, I don't know what I said. Oh, there's a bunch of goats. I'm going to just run down there. They're heading down the valley pretty quick. I'm just going to run down and try and head them off.
Yeah.
Run down. And I'm like in this bush.
I've just cut down that bank and then run across the creek and across this little gully to head off those goats. Just sitting in a bush now. I don't know if I picked the right one, but they're coming this way. Probably 80 metres off now, but they're feeding towards me. Wind's good. I'd like a little bit more cover, but it's probably the best I'm going to do. See how I go. Hopefully good. Hopefully they're coming this way. Here we go. Here they come. Big Billy in there. Fuck yeah. Come on.
They're at like 80, and they're at about 45, and I've got like a shot on one at 45.
Yeah.
Sort of through this bush, like, but I'm crouched and like, I'm going to let them come closer. And then I videoed again. I'm like, they're at like 25, 30, but all the bushes are in the way. And then that was the one I wanted. I'm like, I'm drawn and I'm waiting for it, and this other one come round and it's like looking straight at me, and it's like sussing me out. And
Yeah,
whenever
right.
they start doing that snort, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really know what's going on. And then they like half take off, but then they stop because they're like, what are we running away from? And then they circle back around, and I just pump this Billy.
Yeah, right. Sick. So you got him.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just dropped a big Billy. Big stinky Billy. A lot of blood. Got my arrow, it's bonus. Don't want to be wasting too many of them on goats when there's Chital around. Big fella's just there. Go over in a second. Probably made it 8 metres.
Pretty happy with that.
And then I'm like stuffing around with him, and I look up, and I'm like, what? There's like, I could see about 5 chital and 1 big stag, like big, but it was getting dark, so I'm like, just leave him, like just run down into the creek again, drop my bag.
Were you pretty far up at that point?
Pretty far.
Yeah, because I reckon I saw, because I ended up at the end of the property, and a bunch ran through the bush at me, and there was like a little stag, and I couldn't see another one that looked like a bigger stag in it, and there was like 3 does.
There's one massive.
Yeah, I didn't see the big one. I just saw a little one run through the thing, and I was like, oh.
They were so much bigger than any of the other ones. But I just, like, it was getting dark. There was like 5 roos between me and them.
Yeah.
And I like come out of the gully, and I was next to a bush, and I was like, I'm running out of light. I'm just gonna walk out on them. So I take a few steps. One of the roos takes off, and then there's probably like 20 sets of eyes just on me.
No way.
Alright, we're going to get Mika's goat. Cut it up. Pre-dinner.
Oh yeah, I'm not hungry. Yeah, chuck that there to mark it.
Actually, mark up the sticks.
Marking sticks. For the goat. It's not too far. Second set of marking sticks.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's a pretty colour.
Yeah, the other one that I wanted to shoot was
It's a nice
pretty.
shot.
The ants get in there quick.
Yeah, he's getting smoked, eh? Man, I put my bag down a few times, the ants were wild. Straight from work. Is that ESS pillowcase, mate? Yeah, right. Next week we head out for day 2.
It's like, yeah, I had that one, a full draw. It's crazy, he was just sitting in the bush. I thought he was going to charge me.
Bloody eventful day to say the least. We went out to test the new trizots from Cayuga, and somehow I pulled off the trifecta, a fox, deer and pig all in one day. Mika also had another eventful day, so click subscribe, drop a comment and send it to your mates. It only gets better from here. We're 6 months behind and the stuff I have been filming is absolutely insane and I can't wait to share it. I'll see you next week.